Hey everyone, welcome back. Yes, you read that thumbnail correctly. I'm a thief, I'm a fraud, I have stolen. Oh my god. Let me explain. You know when you get to the end of a season and you feel like you have been wearing the same things over and over and over again. Still too early to do that seasonal wardrobe switch, so you're stuck with the same items and you get that itch to buy new things for the season that is almost at its end. But it doesn't make any sense because in a few weeks you will already be wearing something completely different and you'll just put that new item away. I refuse to fall into that trap. So I thought, why not spend the whole of February just pinning things on Pinterest like a mad person and finding new ways to wear the pieces that I already own. And I have to say it was a success. So even though that might make me a copycat, I don't care. So I thought I would share with you my favorite looks from the past month, and this way maybe you will also find inspiration to sort of breathe new life into the clothes that you have as well. I'm not going to be a total thief. I will give credit where credit is due. Whenever I can find the creators of these looks, I will link them in the description box so you can follow them and feel inspired as well. But Pinterest works kind of weirdly, so not always you will know who was the author of the original picture. So if you recognize any of these girls and you can leave them in the comments down below, that would be much appreciated because I do think they deserve a shout out. And I will also link the pieces that I'm wearing as well down below so that you can also recreate these looks in your own home. Some of them won't be the actual ones that I'm wearing because you guys know I have pieces that have been in my wardrobe for 10 years, but I will make sure to find something that is similar and that are right for the types of looks that I'm going to show you. Alrighty, let's start with the easiest one and the one that I think we can all apply to our wardrobes because I do think we all have a cozy knit sweater in our closets. This picture is from Net-a-Porter, which, parenthesis here, I do think is a great source of inspiration. If you're looking for styling tips and tricks and stuff like that, go to their website, search the piece that you want to style, maybe like a white shirt, and you will see that their secondary image on their product pages have the styling of the pieces and they are done so well. So if you feel like you need a little boost of creativity, that is a great source. What I love about it is that they paired this chunkier knit with a more streamlined, more sophisticated trousers and shoes. So even though you have something that is very comfy on the top, something that does not show any part of your body, something that almost looks like a ball of wool, in the bottom you get something that is a little bit more streamlined, something that has a bit of a silhouette to it. I copied it exactly. So I have my cozy gray sweater that I paired with some black trousers that are very well tailored and some loafers. You could also go for maybe some ballet flats or some slingbacks, would look really good as well, but I wanted to do it literally. What I really like about this is how natural yet constructed it looks, because sometimes I do think that people pair chunky sweaters with over casual pieces, so with jeans, with sneakers, with sweatpants, and it never looks good. This is just as comfortable, but it is presentable, so you don't have to feel ashamed of wearing this outside of the house. Not saying wear this to a formal dinner or to go out to dinner or to go to work, but maybe you need to go to the supermarket, maybe you're going to brunch, maybe you're just going to take a stroll around your neighborhood. This is a great option. It's also sort of a blank canvas, so you can dress it up or down as you please. For instance, if you put on a wool coat with this, it would look really pretty, or a poncho would look beautiful. You could wear a hat with it, maybe a beret would be beautiful as well. I wanted to add something that felt just as easygoing as the look, so I just added a scarf. Nothing fancy, nothing difficult, no complex knots here, just over your shoulders to add a little bit of print, a little bit of texture, acting almost as a third piece while still being an accessory. It's easy, polished, comfortable, just the way we like it. This second look I think is my favorite. I'm gonna tell you why. I have this jacket almost identical, and I was starting to get bored with it because once you get a jacket, the natural reasoning is I'll wear it as a layer over something. So I wore it with shirts and with little knit tops, and then I started just leaving it in my closet because I thought I had overworn it. Then I saw this picture and it solved my problem, which is wearing your boxy tweed jacket as a top. I love how she paired this here with some white pants. I paired mine with my high-waisted white denim. You guys know that is my favorite type of denim ever, and I think it looks so pretty, kind of Parisian chic with the belly flats that I also added here. Doesn't get any more Parisian chic than those black and white contrast toe ballet flats. I really like this because it also looks very fresh, very new. If you were to pair this with a skirt, like a pencil skirt or a little boucle dress, it might look a little bit old-fashioned. So just adding the jeans just gives it that little boost. Then we move on to this look, which can go wrong but can also go right. And the way to make it right is by the choice of tones and of colors. You can see here that she chose things that have a very similar value in terms of coloring. So you have the more mustardy bag, you have the sort of taupey pants, and you have the beiges on the top and the wrap. Even though it is a lot of layering, even though it is elements and a lot of volume, it looks cohesive because the color palette makes sense together. In her case, it's a lot more tonal. What I did here was I picked up the idea of the color families of beiges, of browns, of earthy tones, and I went with a taupey sweater with ivory trousers and this wrap from Lily Silk, which is amazing. I love to wear this when we're transitioning between seasons because you can just throw it over your shoulder. If it's cold, you can wrap it around. If it's hot, you can just take it out of your shoulders. It's really practical and looks really pretty as well. And just like the first look, it is simple. It is extremely straightforward pieces that with the right reasoning behind it do make sense together. I wanted to finish this off with a little bit of color. It's still earthy tones. I went for a sort of brown burgundy pair of loafers, and to make it again cohesive, because if I didn't have the bag it wouldn't make any sense, but since the bag is the exact same shade, everything looks like it's supposed to be there. It looks like it belongs. Now, just so we understand why this makes sense, imagine if the wrap was black, imagine if the top was red, and imagine if I was wearing jeans. It would make no sense at all. So being intentional with the color palette here is the key. This next look I found when I was looking for ways to style sneakers. You guys know I'm not a big fan of sneakers. I think they can look kind of unimpressive. And I just got myself a new pair because when it rains or when you're going to do a lot of walking, it can be a good solution, but I don't want to look like I'm not making any effort. So I really wanted inspiration for that. Came across this picture and fell in love. To me, this is the dictionary description of sporty chic. It has the sneakers, but the details are what makes the look. So they are almost like an afterthought, if you will. First off, earrings. You guys know I am crazy about earrings. In this case, they are a little bit more present, more visible, so that already gives it that oomph that maybe without them you wouldn't have. Then you have this gorgeous cardigan. I think a cardigan with a contrast trim is an absolute essential to any classic girl's wardrobe. It will add that sort of Chanel vibe to any look and will take a very basic, very casual combination into more elevated territory. Just like her, I paired mine with a white t-shirt. She's wearing some trousers, but I don't have the same trousers as hers. So again, I just went for my white denim, trusty old white denim from H&M that I wear to death. Also wanted to add a little touch of femininity, so I added a headband in black, and I do think that this looks so cute, so appropriate. Maybe if you're doing some sightseeing, maybe if you have to go to the park and you don't play sports like me, you look pretty, you look feminine, but you don't look out of place. Next up, again with a cardigan, it's a styling trick that I have seen a lot but never really had the nerve to try it, and now I feel silly never having done it, because when I wear A-line skirts, when I wear my Midi pleated skirts that I talk about very often, my instant reaction is to tuck things in to get that waist, to get that beautiful hourglass shape. But I do like how instead of tucking it in, the model here is wearing the cardigan over the skirt, but is adding that waistline through the addition of a belt. So basically what you get is sort of a new way of wearing a piece, getting out of your routine, but still maintaining the silhouette that you want to achieve. I really love the look of a midi skirt with knee-high boots, which is what I'm wearing here. I'm not sure that I'm going to wear this time and time again, but I do like it, especially here when things are very monochromatic. I do think that it works. And one thing that would make this look even better is if the belt was thinner. So maybe I need to add that to my wish list, because you can wear belts all year long. So even if I get it now, I won't have to put it away, and that justifies the cost. Last but not least is this look from Ralph Lauren. I think there's such great things going on here. You have a bunch of building blocks that I am sure you already have in your wardrobe. And if, like me, you have been wanting an excuse to wear your double-breasted navy blazer, here it is. Pairing it with beautiful white palazzo pants. What a gorgeous combination. There's also another styling trick here that I really like, which is pairing a mock neck or a polo neck with a shirt, giving you sort of a little bit of texture, a little bit of layering, but looking very preppy, kind of cigar loungy. Is that even a thing? And what I do love about this look is the fact that given that you sort of break the coloring of the whites with the navy, all of the whites don't have to be exactly the same. So you'll see here that my roll neck and my shirt are more of an optic white, and my palazzo pants are more of a cream, but the fact that they are separated by the navy of the blazer doesn't make that difference so stark. So again, a great way of taking advantage of what you already have in your wardrobe without feeling like you need to buy a very specific thing in a very specific shade to make a look work. Bonus tip here, if you roll your roll neck inwards, you will get a smoother finish with the shirt. I learned this from Mary Arton, which is one of my heroes in the influencer world, and it really works. It's a very effective trick. And if you want to make this a little bit more feminine, because it is a more androgynous look, the shirt, the blazer, the wider pants, add some beautiful stilettos, and you will get not only the height and the form, the shape of a beautiful shoe, but you will actually walk more femininely. So great juxtaposition there as well. This is it, everyone. These are the looks that I wanted to show you. If you have any suggestion on how to style these pieces, leave them down below, because I do think most of us have some of these in our wardrobe. It would be much appreciated. Hopefully you found this helpful, and we'll see each other again next time. Bye bye.